Ladies and gentlemen, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy NXTGEN720. I got some special guests here with me today. I had to dig it in the had to dig Neethu's half dead ass up. He was across the sea, so he'll meet himself in the background. I got my brother Jay Foundsarelli with me. I got the one and only for Christmas shout out, my man P Reaper. You know what I mean?
What up? Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, everybody.
I haven't spoken to him in a while. Like I said, I just want to. Actually, I haven't spoken to any one of you guys in a while. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I want to see what's up with you guys. I'm gonna start from left to right. Foundsarelli, what's going on with you, good brother? Listen, guys, do me a favor, ask you to join in the room. You'd be so kind, like I said, to hit the like button. You know what I mean? We have a little fun today. What's good? What you got going on with yourself, Fonz?
Well, you know, it's Christmas Day. We had our little thing here. My wife's gone with the kids, visiting grandparents and doing that thing. And you hit me up, and I'm like, yeah, I can get on for a bit today. So want to wish everybody out there a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, whatever you support or celebrate. But, yeah, good stuff.
All right. Well, do tell. What are you playing? What have you been playing? You know, what's taking all your time?
Man, I'm still on that Assassin's Creed Origin. I want to beat that game, man. But
oh man,
it's a long
fun game. Yeah, long game, about 32 hours.
Yeah, yeah, I'm having fun with that. And I picked up a couple of games on the sale that they had on Xbox.
What sale?
I picked up the definitive edition of Witcher 3 because that seems like it's the one to play. I've played about 25 hours of that game on the Pro. Never finished it, but
yeah, the game's about 55 hours long.
Yeah, I'm gonna ditch it on the Pro in favor of the X because of that power. So
a very shallow man. Somebody give him a round of applause. He'd take beauty before brains any day in the week. No, okay. Yeah. So you can say, how much was it on sale? How much was it?
I believe it was $20. $20 for the complete edition.
You know, it's crazy. That's one of the games that I put in. Me and my son, back when he wasn't too cool to hang out with his dad, we completed. The first one I ever played was The Witcher 2 for the 360. It was The Witcher 2.
Yeah.
And right away it caught me. That boat scene. He hopped on, we played through that. 3. It maybe because it started off a little slow. I got to get into it. There's a lot going on. You know, it depends on. Like I said, that game came out when I was playing something else. But that's something that you have to really sit down and display. Here's my thing with those games, even with Assassin's Creed. I don't mind. I just don't like all of the too many side quests. If you can just keep me on the right and narrow, I can go from point A to point B to point C, I'm fine. If I need to be able to do to level up a little bit, I'm cool with that. But just let's keep me on the straight and narrow. You know what I mean? That's why I can't get into the Grand Theft Autos. There's too much going on. I don't like this. Just too much.
That's the problem with Assassin's Creed Origins, man. Yes, you have to do all these side quests just to get to the main quest.
Yeah,
it's repetitive. It's like, oh, carry me over here, carry me over there, then drop my ass down. I get up and walk away. It's like, what the fuck was I carrying you for?
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just like too much going on. All right, but like I said, it's cool. I would say a few things. Like I said, we're not going to be here too long. A couple of things I would like to talk about today before we go, but at least on why the room is filling up. Neethus.
What's up, guys? Neff back here, and he is not exaggerating about my half-dead ass. I've been climbing mountains on my bare feet, been going to a few weddings, and went to all these goddamn temples. I got my Hindu on, man.
So you was out there busy sticking, you was sticking your head in the cow's ass? No, you gotta do some crazy shit out in India.
You know, people always think you like pray to cows and shit, but I gotta tell you, they eat garbage on the street, bro. Like, they're just there. They really aren't worshipped all that much as you guys think.
No,
but,
you know, joking. You know me.
Yeah, no, I know. But yeah, lots of traveling, long ass flight, but I'm back for good. So
how was that flight? Like, how many hours? I've never been to India.
Man, that flight was about 20 hours.
I've been in Pakistan, but never been to India. Not they're kind of close to each other. I never been. To India. Never been to India.
Yeah.
I know in India you got to get painkillers on the black market. I do know that much. You don't.
You can get fucking anything you want, bro.
I told you me make some Viagra in Seattle. You was bullshitting, bro. I told them you can buy that shit at the store over there. Yeah. Man. You know what I mean? But like I said, all is well. Did you get your X? Did you get your X before you left?
Yeah, I got my X. I actually played PUBG in the morning. That game, I gotta say, performance issue out the ass. I mean, that game is hard to play. I'm sorry.
I'm with you, man.
It's fun, but damn, it's hard to play.
I'm with you.
Zaire, I just gotta ask, bro. How many pairs of headphones you got on right now?
Oh,
2, 3? What is that? What's
this? Like, look, right? Check it out, right? You see this one here? This is for me to answer my cell phone Bluetooth. I'm being fancy over here, right? And this one here is to talk to you guys. Let me tell you something. You see the wall behind me, right? This isn't a fraction of what I have. I got Sennheisers. I got all audio. I got all shit here. I got a total over here. Nothing with fucking headphones. I got Turtle Beaches and all other shit over here to the right. And I got Beats by Dre's over there. I got Ludacris got headphones, 50 cents. I got all headphones. This is my thing. I like headphones, man.
Ignore them beats, bro. They're trash. Beats are trash.
I know that. You know that. But you know what's crazy? Before the whole craze, you know, with the Beats by Dre thing, I had bought them like years ago. Like, you know what I mean? When it was Monster, or actually Monster, whatever. I had bought them years ago before they were, you know, really big and popular. But they're not made well. They're very cheap. They fall apart. If you use them every day, you know what I mean? I'll show you a pair. Hold on. These right here cost me $450. You know what I mean? And this is me just rocking them. I don't know if you guys look at my camera. You guys can see this shit.
Welcome to the headphone show, guys.
Can you have a car key?
You have my car key? There you go. This one of my car keys. Thank you. Look, you guys see, look at this shit. This only after a year. Look at this shit. Me just working out in the gym and like look at this shit. Like I would never advise somebody to get these shit skin. But anyway, long story short, and these were gifts, so not to be thankful. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you get your ex? You enjoyed it? Did you enjoy it? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I got my ex. Can't wait to pop in that Witcher, and I gotta say, that 500 was well worth it.
All right. Okay. T Reaper, you there?
Yeah, I am. I'm here.
Your weird ass. Jesus Christ. Of course, I know you got the X. How you enjoy? Are you liking it?
I'm liking it, but I'm like, you know, it's, you know, I personally find it just as a glorified S, and like I'm enjoying the living crap of being free from not doing anything. Because I agree with Nez, like PUBG, I want that game to be completed before I even try playing it. I don't, you know, I tried it for like at least, you know, a couple days, and I couldn't put it down at first, and then like I realized how much like different it is from like seeing it played on PC to actually seeing it being played on console. And you guys are like right, this game has issues up the ass, and I just can't play with games that have issues. It just annoys the living shit out of me. But I'm enjoying that COD. I'm getting ready for those Christmas noobs that come today. I can't play anything while I'm stuck in this house for another 2 days. I have to wait till I go back home on my X and my nice TV that has good refresh rate. And I played everything this year, so it only took a total amount of 400 and something hours.
Jesus Christ! All right, okay, goddamn. I'm listening. You said a lot there. Before I go to someone else, I want to talk about some other shit. You said you look at the X as being a glorified S. I'm asking you one question. I don't know what you play on. You have a 4K TV with the HDR and all that stuff like that?
I just have a 4K TV. It's not HDMI. Or
Okay,
sorry,
so-
not HDR. Sorry.
Okay, so okay, not a problem. All right.
Yeah, and I have two other S's. So I have two S's and an X. So I have 3 Xboxes at home.
Okay, and you don't notice a difference? You don't see?
I play with my Elgato plugged in half the time, so it's all automatically at 1080p all the time. So it doesn't. I notice the difference, but it's just, you know, it's just.
Why would you play with wait? Why would you play with the Elgato hook? Because it looks shitty. Look, listen. That's why I got the AVR Media, because I was trying to live stream, and with the Elgato was the 60.
Well, I
looks
don't. Yeah,
it looks like shit.
Yeah, I have that. But I record everything. Like but everything is in 1080p. So.
Man, this dude in chat, bro, saying that HDR is overrated. Nah, bro.
What?
Good HDR is good, bro. It's fantastic. You got to have a good TV, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
HDR.
I cannot play for shit on my parents' freaking sharp television. I need my Vizio TVs. I need them, and I need them badly because I can't play while I'm stuck here. Like I can't play anything because like the refresh rate is horrible. I can't kill anybody. It's just so annoying. And then like my stepfather, we got him Call of Duty for Christmas, and like I uploaded it to Facebook, and I asked him like, why? I'm like, why do you want COD? You're like 54 years old, and he's like, I just want to blow shit up. And I'm like, okay.
Not a problem. Shout out to everybody. My brother Xbox Pope. I was rocking out with him and Mooch earlier today on PUBG. I actually want to get you guys. I haven't spoken to you guys personally about anything. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We can be some kind of Saltiest Gaming. What's up, man? If you're home, if you want to rock out, you can hop in with me, Salty. We can be here for a minute. Talk if you want to hop in. Inbox me on Twitter. You want to get in, say your piece, or whatever. My man, you said RXL said HDR is overrated. Not like I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, this is real shit, right? And I'm gonna get you guys' opinion. I guess I haven't even spoken Unitos or Fonts about this, but like I said with the X, and I respect Stevie Reed's opinion, but I explained to you like this. I got the S, of course. I got the X. I got the Pro. I didn't get the same feeling from those consoles that I got with the X. Like literally, to me, that was like going to a whole new different generation. And it's not me just damage controlling with the 4K textures and the HDR. You're not going to see those textures. Oh God, that's why I stopped using it. It looks so shitty. You want to plug it and play it regular, even if you don't have HDR, you're going to see a huge difference. Reaper, but that's why I don't use mine. That's why I stopped the streaming for a while, because I had the H60 and I got this new console and it looked like shit. It looked washed out. It didn't look like nothing. So I just paid fine. Like, fuck that. But anyway, make a long story short. The X, it was like going to like a new generation. Like, you know what I mean? Literally, it was just like, and I don't see you got all these old games. But I'm gonna be honest with you. A game like Ghost Recon. Now, I will say this is what I've been playing lately. Yeah, Ubisoft kind of dropped the ball with this one. Hey, Blue, you in here, Blue? Hey, Blue. Hey, I didn't know you was here. They kind of dropped it. What you did was a cash grab. They should not have put that game out without the PvP. That Ghost Recon is fucking amazing. That handwork, that gun work is serious, man. You know what I mean? And with a little, I like how they added a little Predator DLC. He's hunting you in the woods. Like, what do you think about it?
I gotta say about that Ghost Recon. I played the shit out of it on the PS4 Pro because it looked so much better, right? And then it came out on the X. Well, actually, I moved over to the Xbox One S. One of my buddies was like, "Hey, I want to play Ghost Recon with you over here on the Xbox." I was like, "Okay." So he actually bought the game for me on the Xbox. So I tried it on the S, and I saw why people on the Xbox hated that game. That game looked like dog shit and ran like dog shit on the S. And I was like, dude, this is horrible. This is nothing like the Pro. And then the X version came out, and man, it blew me away. It was it was fantastic looking. It looked better than the Pro version. It seemed smoother than the Pro version, and it's just a different game, night and day difference from the S version to the X. Completely.
Did you manage to kill the Predator Z?
No, not yet. That motherfucker's hard.
Yeah.
But I've been doing the PvP. I'm a beast in that PvP.
That's one of those games though where you can see the biggest difference between the X version and the old version. So,
well, listen, like even like I said, I'm not even a big Madden guy. Like, you know what I mean? You know, Madden. I haven't really been a big Madden fan or football. Not saying I've been a big football fan, but since they lost the contract, 2K. Competition is everything, and they put that Madden out for the 360. That Madden 06. That game was so goddamn bad. They got sued behind. I think I got like $50 from EA behind that dumb shit. You know what I mean? But like I said, Madden to me is the same thing every year. But even Madden on the Xbox One X, you know what I mean? The 4K and the HDR looks fucking amazing. You know what I mean? And I know people, oh no, you just said no, bro. Fuck all this. Listen, I buy everything. I'm a gamer at the end of the day. I just prefer the Xbox. Literally, if you have a decent TV, you know what I mean, and with the 4K and with that stuff turned up, it will melt your goddamn face. You know what I mean? I'm just mainly. I was looking at Assassin's Creed. You look, Fonz, you told me to open that shit up. What the fuck was I? I said, nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm on his gears. And I put that goddamn Assassin's Creed and I said, whoa.
I still say it's one of the best looking games on the console. It's beautiful, man. With that HDR and everything, it's gorgeous. Especially in the daytime in that game. Holy shit, that the sunlight reflecting on the water. Everything about that game is really pretty.
I liked the origins for the adaptation to the Witcher style. I liked this Assassin's Creed. Only second to Assassin's Creed 3. That's the only one that I still think that's better than it. But I like the RPG style. It was actually a fun journey. I enjoyed the story. The story was interesting. I can't wait for the DLCs to fully come out so I can actually play the extended story.
Well, for the record, not for the record, the first two Assassin's Creeds I like. You know what I mean? First was a little buggy, but I liked it. The whole princess, there was a true story going back in time, and I liked that. The first two, third one out, then they start with the Brotherhood and this, that. They kind of lost me. I look at a game like Assassin's Creed, and the same thing with Call of Duty. You didn't need them every year, and to me, they just kind of burnt the franchise out. So I'm glad they took a 2 years off, whatever the case may be. And even when they came back with what's Assassin's Creed Origins, I think there's no
Origins. Yeah.
Listen,
but it's not a traditional Assassin's Creed game because it's now an RPG styles, which is really cool.
I like the combat of it. Again, listen, I'll give you an example, right? And you guys, we can take it from here and go somewhere else with it. K-Maker's my dude, but that guy is crazy. He doesn't like the new look of God of War, and I'm a God of War fanatic, right?
Come on. I'm not a PlayStation guy, and even I want to play the new God of War. I want to go pre-order it right now.
But then he was complaining about the whole direction of the game.
I'm not a fan of the Norse direction, but I'm kind of interested to see where they take it. I'm kind of curious how they're going to adapt.
Hold on 1 second. Even with the camera angle, where used to be top down with the back, 9 minute a little bit. I look at like a game has to evolve. Yeah, and grow and get better at add new things, or it's going to become stale and dated. And again, sometimes it can be hit and miss. Like I said, going back to Assassin's Creed, I liked the whole combat, and rage, and kind of put me in mind of Rise a little bit, or God of War. I liked it, I liked that part of, of the Assassin's Creed. But only, like I said, my only down part about that is just too many missions, too much. Just keep me on the narrow path, you know what I mean?
Too much side stuff, yeah.
Yeah, too much, side stuff at the day. Hey, Blue.
Yeah.
So how's your, what you got going on today? So you said your mom's. What's going on with you? What you got going on today?
I went to my mom's. I made a lasagna.
I seen that dog shit last night.
Listen, don't even. My lasagna was perfect. Everyone loved it, but I made it at like 2:00 in the morning last night, which was kind of crazy. But it was good. It was good. Christmas, you got to do something special. So I went to go see my mom. My brother got a Switch.
What?
And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it.
Oh, the dark side.
It doesn't look that great though. Like on the TV, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little rough.
Because it's like 720p, right?
Yeah, it's 720. Yeah, it's 720.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I thought it was so cute. The little two little handheld controllers and a little screen, and then you can just play with someone else. And I don't know. I feel like
Hey, Blue, I'm a grown ass man with man hands. You see this shit?
Yeah.
I know. I can't. I'm sorry.
I have small hands.
I know. Okay. I got the hands like the Nephilim, right?
But come on, you have a child. You telling me that you wouldn't be interested in getting it for your baby?
Listen, let me tell you something, right? This the guys on the street. Say what you want. Gaming is a very, very selfish hobby, right? If Maya comes to the age and she wants it, I know she's going to play a game, and I'm not just going to go out there and spend $300. First of all, my man of very little means. I'm going to fix income, right? I got one leg, right? I'm not just going to spend $300 on Mario, and she's going to be down sitting in the corner.
Did you just say hold up? You are on a fixed income?
I got one leg, yeah. One leg, and I'm half crazy, yeah.
Ain't that the same man that takes pictures with stacks of money? But you're such a fraud, I swear.
I'm not gonna. I can't. Marry Me looks cool. I'm not.
I mean, it is a lot of money for that. I'm not gonna lie. It feels kind of cheap.
You're questioning his integrity, right?
Yeah, now. Right. Yeah, right.
I always question this man. I question his entire life.
Jesus Christ. I'm unfaithful. I'm a bad father. I'm all types of shit. I'm a drug addict. Jesus Christ, man.
No, but seriously, the actual console feels kind of cheap. The stand that it's in, I felt like I could break it so easy. I had to be super delicate. The controllers feel nice though. It's not so bad. And the actual display wasn't so bad. But that stand, I feel like they could have done a better job with it.
Hold on 1 second. Gotta pay the bill. Shout out to my brother Z Black Rider, dropped $20. I appreciate it, Z. My man Black Rider been here from the beginning, man. We went to rehab together. Shout out to my man Z Black Rider, man. Hope you're having a happy merry and festive Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you're into, good brother. Appreciate it, man. I'm sorry. Getting back to this cheap. You know what's crazy? Let's get that right. Real shit, right? I always get labeled as a Nintendo zealot. I hate Nintendo, which I don't think is you can hate on anything that you can afford. And maybe I might be showing my age. I'm a little longer than two. I just miss the days of Nintendo competing. Even taking the big stage. Remember the last to me real console probably was the GameCube. I just miss the days of the big three going out there and lobbying for $1. I'll give you an example, right? I tell you guys all the time, I'm from Newark, New Jersey, Seth Borden Projects. very no, I mean maybe Camden was a little further north, but I came from a very, very, very rough part of New Jersey, north, roughest, right? Except for in projects. Lead the city in New Jersey and homicides every goddamn year. With that being said, right, growing up, listen where I'm going. Whether you had a Super Nintendo or a Genesis, you were fine with either other, right? You know, both of them had their high points. Even if, like I say, going forward, even if you have an Xbox, you can be a PlayStation guy. You'll be fine with either the console, you know what I mean? But you just owning a Switch, there's too many games. You understand where I'm going? That, you know, not everybody can afford to have multiple consoles. And the problem that I have with Nintendo is they're okay with being number 2 or number 3.
Yeah, it's definitely not a main console.
That's my issue.
Unless it's for a child, like it's not a main console.
Well, let's check it. Even with that, I'll give you this. My son's first console was check it out. My son's first console that I got him, God bless his heart, weirdo, was a fucking GameCube, right? He was Mario. The next year he went to, I forgot what grade, 6th, 7th. Everyone was Call of Duty, be online, bang bang. He was done with Nintendo. You know what I mean? Like I have a famous saying, and I want you to think about this, Fonz. I've grown up with Nintendo, but Nintendo hasn't grown up with me. Even their art style.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I feel the same way about it. But at the same time, I still give them their props, you know, for doing their thing, giving their customers what they want, man. They're giving them the games that they want to play. You can't hate on them. They're selling.
Oh no.
Crazy,
no. Listen, I don't.
But yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me.
I got you right now, guys. It's not that I hate on them, but I look. Think about this. Like you look at Link, right? Zelda,
yeah.
Take you back, gold cartridge, take you way back, the gold cartridge, right?
Oh yeah.
You had the memory, the battery inside. Check it out, right? And look at that back then, or even wouldn't you like to see Link evolve and grow up, be out there taking off heads like the Witcher? I'm just being real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They got my man, like Lisa Simpson. What's the fuck going on?
No.
Looking like Lisa Simpson. Same gender bathroom. I don't know what the fuck going on with Link, man.
No. You can't change the formula. What?
Yeah, the same could be said about any character in a video game. You can say the same thing about Sonic and everything else.
It's cool, but I'm saying, but appeal. Here's the thing: you have that fan base, right? That's from 8 whatever in the Dr. Trades. But what about appealing to someone outside of that? You can still do what you do. But appeal
you know, they've started though. They're bringing in games like Doom and Skyrim and stuff. They're trying to appeal to a broader audience, and I appreciate that what they're trying to do. But they need.
Am I going to play Doom on the Switch?
Yeah, I wouldn't play Doom.
That whole 30 frames. Screen tearing.
Listen, hey, Nathan, you seen the commercial right here? I don't know what that black. Listen, on the half of the whole black race, that black guy that was in that Switcher commercial playing that 2K in the backseat with those white dudes. We're gonna trade them, right? Now, listen, I'm just being real.
Tiny controllers.
Yeah, like come on, man, like
Joy Cons. Yeah, that ain't,
man.
That ain't happening.
Nah, man, I just can't do it, man. I can't do it, man. I'm sorry, I can't, man.
Others, you ain't disagreeing with me, man. I'm the same way. They're not for me either, but I'm just saying, for many people out there, they're happy with the Switch, and that's great. That's a good thing.
I think it's cute for like what it. I mean, you got to know what to expect, right? You can't expect any more.
But $300?
If you're
gaming on the go.
I mean, but you also got to give like Link and Mario the credit. They've withstood the test of time.
Shit.
They're old as fuck and they're still relevant. That is something worth it.
Who?
I mean, it's the same shit over and over and over again, right?
Yes,
it's not anything new. So I'm not gonna go out and spend $300. I'm gonna be honest, but at the same time, it's like Zelda. Like if you're a fan,
would you rather play Zelda or The Witcher 3?
Witcher.
Yeah.
But I'm not on a fixed income like some people I know.
No, that's because she has the Xbox and the Switch. She can do both.
Well, I don't have the Switch yet, but like I could get it.
I look at it like this.
Don't listen to Blue. She's making lasagna with government cheese.
Listen, you know what? You just got because you didn't get a piece. Like, be honest.
If you're into gaming on the go, the Switch is fantastic for that. If you're into handhelds, I'm not. I'm all about that whole console.
Hey, Father, listen, I'm gonna say your secret. I'm 39 goddamn years old, right? Yeah. Gaming is cool, but I'm not gonna be outside.
Yeah, me neither.
First of all,
I'm not bringing that shit out.
Listen, first of all, right? I've been shot a few goddamn times. I got to keep my eye on the goddamn road. I got to pay attention to my surroundings, right? I see me now at the mall. Got my book bag on, my little fanny pack, and I got a fucking Switch in my hand. I ain't getting no bitch. I ain't getting no bitches with that. Who the fuck is this weirdo? Megan alert. Megan ejecto, cuz.
You also got to pay attention to the skies now too. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, if we got UFOs out there, like, come on, man. I'm trying to navigate the streets. And plus, I drive. I mean, I don't commute, man. You know what I mean?
Yo, Z, that reminds me of something. So, how many Switches have you even seen in the wild? Because I saw one at an airport.
I seen that's it. Picture. Listen, check it out. Right. I'm gonna say this again. I'll tell you guys all my business. I live in West Orange, New Jersey. Right. My taxes are $13,000 a year. I'm bragging, right? Fuck all that, right? But anyway, with that being said, right? And I told you guys, I still have a Kmart. I have a Kmart down my street. I have the school. I have the, what do you call it? The middle school, the high school up the street, and my daughter's school is down the street. And they all gather up at this one Dunkin' Donuts and use the Wi-Fi. Now, and I done seen a couple of 3DSs. I've never seen a Switch out in a while. And you didn't see them because they're all sold out. Shitting me, I can walk into my Kmart right now and buy a Switch. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that it's not successful. I think that to me, to be honest, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna stick to this. To me, I'm gonna raise the level of success of the Switch until next year. I think all the Nintendo fans went out and bought the Switch. You know what I mean? Those are guys, the Dr. Trades of the world. They, it's cool for them. But I don't know if it's like I said, like for the casual. You know what I mean? Like that's, I don't know. I don't, Mario, Call of Duty. Like I said, listen, crap a piece of shit. He backed out of that crap. Backed out of his bed. I said, Mario was huge, right? But even in today's climate, in this landscape, Mario was not big in the Star Wars Battlefront. Mario's not bigger than Destiny. Mario's not bigger than Call of Duty. It's not bigger than Red Dead Redemption. Well, Z, those games come. I know they come out on both platforms. I'm just talking about either on the Xbox or the PlayStation. Mario will not outsell Call of Duty, Destiny, Star Wars. None of those goddamn games. That's just being honest, being the facts. You know what I mean? Mario's cool, but it's and it's going to chart, but it's not the. This is not how you say back in '85. Yeah,
it's not the '80s and it's not the '90s no more. Yeah. It just doesn't feel the same.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you're asking me if I paid $500 for an Xbox One X, why I wouldn't pay $300 for. I mean, like, what the hell? Are you serious? I'm not gonna pay $300 for a console. I'm gonna only get one game for it. Just like I wouldn't pay $400 for a console that I'm only gonna get one game for.
Hey, Blue, chivalry isn't dead. I got your back. Who the fuck's it?
No, it's fine. It's just like, why are you questioning me?
I got your back, Blue. Who said that?
I would get it if I wanted to get it, but I don't feel like getting it because I'm only gonna play one game.
Play fucking Wario.
If anything, I go to my brother's house. He lives like 3 blocks away. I go to his house and I'll play on his console. What you think this is? I'm not gonna spend $300 if it's right 3 blocks away from me.
Let me explain. Maybe it may seem a little biased. Hey, Paul, my brother posting here. I'm being honest. With the X, right? Now, listen. I will admit this. The exclusives have been dog shit this year. I'll be the first to admit that. I'm not. But I always say the multi.
X barely has games than the Switch.
Listen. Multi-plat rule, right? And I'm not saying, here's the thing, I'm not saying that exclusives are not important. Exclusives are
important, yes.
Gives the console's identity. But if you look at MPD, they released some numbers last month, and they had the top selling goddamn game for 2017 on both platforms, all right? Yeah. And they were full of fucking multi-plats.
Yeah, COD wins. COD won.
On the Xbox and the PlayStation, they put out the top 10 games for the month, for the year on goddamn on the Xbox and the PlayStation, and I didn't see not one goddamn exclusive. I saw Call of Duty, Ghost Recon, 2K, Madden, the same shit. What I said again.
I'm about to shit on somebody. Like, y'all get on my nerves.
But I'm sorry, but so I digress. So, the buy X, I get the superior version, better graphics. So, we know this reason we go from next generation to whatever. Better graphics. And, you guys said, 1080p makes you a better gamer, so I don't know what the fuck's the problem.
I'm not saying that the Switch is shit. Like, I think it's cute.
Those are my words.
It's cool. It has belts, but I'm not.
You heard it.
It doesn't matter if it has 10,000 games. If I'm only going to play one game out of all those games.
They got the Wii U library.
If it's not for me, it's not for me. Like, why are you trying to? Yo, you want to fight?
No,
is that what's happening?
Damn.
Hey, listen,
do you want to fight?
No, we already heard it.
People always are quick to tell you this has this many games, this has this many games. I don't give a fuck if I don't like any of those games.
And I'm not playing those Japanese games, but I look like, you know, if you play them, that's fine for you. I'm happy if it makes you happy, whatever. But it's not for me. I like what I like, and so this is what I have. And then eventually, when something comes out that I do like, then I'm gonna get it. That's the thing. I don't care. I'm the type of person. I'm the type of gamer that I'm about the games. If I'm interested in the game and it's on a different console, then I'm gonna get that console because it's on the different console. What they need to do is be working on making better games.
What one game would you play on the Switch if you had it?
Well, Zelda.
Zelda? Well, that's a Japanese game, so welcome.
I'm talking about the
JRPGs.
You want to fight me too?
I'm just putting it out there. Yeah, I'm just putting it out there.
Talking about the Hachi 2000s.
I'm talking about the ones that are like,
she's talking about
the wannabe Final Fantasy ones that are kind of like, you know, the little cutesy, like little anime, like all those stuff, like the little, like the niche games.
Yakuza
those games.
19.
I'm not into those kind of games.
Yakuza had a dope story, man.
Look, I barely play single players as it is. I'm all about that PvP. I'm mostly about the shooters. This is what I do. I'm not gonna lie, it's super obvious, but like this is, I mean, it's what I'm into, and then that's it.
Bro. But listen, let me ask you guys a question. It's Saltiest game. What's going on, good brother?
What's going on?
I haven't spoken to you in a while, but let me ask you just one question, and we can take this somewhere else.
Hey, Salty.
What I don't understand, and I see maybe even from the media, that Nintendo gets a pass on a lot of things, right? Even they talk about exclusives, they didn't give you nothing but the Wii U library all over again. And I'm not knocking it. I'm just being honest. Yeah, they gave you the Wii U library. Zelda I can get on the Wii U. Mario, that's a newer game, but Splatoon could have been some DLC for Splatoon on the goddamn on the Wii U. And here's my thing, and I'm not, and maybe you guys can understand like this, right? I came to, because I was going to get the Switch, right, for myself, and I said, if I have to have a list of things for you to have on your console, for me to spend my money with you, I'm not asking to have Kratos on fucking Master Chief on the Switch, but just to have voice chat mandatory in every goddamn game. You know what I mean? Not to use a fucking friend code and a long ass.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I need a cell phone app. Like, come on.
Yeah. Why does Xbox have a better chat system on that beta on the Xbox app than the Switch right now?
Right.
Listen, Salty, I take one step even better, right? All right, real shit, right? It's Xbox Live came out in 2002. I was a beta tester, right? Real shit, right? For Xbox Live in 2002 to be still far more advanced than a console that's coming out, and they came out in 2017.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? And listen, I'm from the mindset, right? And I always give you this analogy, right? You know, back in the day, Rosa Parks, blacks can ride in front of us, so they was protesting, they was marching. White folks ain't give a fuck about that, right? It wasn't until they stopped spending their money that their law changed, right? So I'm from the mindset, if you want Nintendo to do better and get with the times, you know what I mean? Just get with it. You want to be able to stream their games on YouTube without they taking half your goddamn check and all this shit. Fucking stop spending your money. Like Nintendo with these fucking, you talking about fucking Microsoft with DR. Nintendo was the fucking worst. They flagged my fucking video for showing an ad in a Best Buy fucking magazine. I didn't even go to 3DS. I was talking about TVs, and I happened to turn doing one of the shows, and they showed the fucking new 2DS, and Nintendo and flagged my goddamn video. Wow. Like Nintendo was the fucking worst. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, so I digress. But
that's a real thing. Every Nintendo video I've ever made, I put a caption on the screen and a still screen that says, "I'm not with Nintendo taking the video down," because they are quick to flag. It doesn't matter if it's 5 seconds, 12 seconds, if it's fair use, close to fair use, they don't give a damn. Quick to flag.
Yeah, that shit's
that's about anything stupid.
Yeah. But Z, I've been away for a while, as you know, so I gotta ask you, what happened with the November NPD? Was it the PS4, Xbox, and Switch? Am I correct?
Yeah, but listen, I don't want to talk about that because I feel Jesus.
He's traumatized.
Hey, man, I gotta say, even with Mario, they couldn't even get second place. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh no, I didn't think they were going to win, but you know, Porter Rock claims I owe them $60, but
technically you don't. Technically, technically you don't, because technically the November was the PlayStation 1, but Microsoft technically made more money off their X. So technically technically you win because technically that income belongs to Microsoft.
Who
made more money? Who wins, Porter Rock? Who wins?
And you know what? Because I went to church, right? I had to talk to my spiritual advisor, and he told me if Porter Rock was a true friend, 'cause I'm trying to get closer to Jesus, that I shouldn't be in betting and stuff, man. But see, Microsoft made more money. Okay.
Yeah, they made more money. They technically win. And it was
one thing I learned about, like, watching fights and gambling on fights is that you never bet against the champ. Okay. And when you bet against Sony like that in November, that was just a bad move. Bad movesy.
I mean, they won. Why they won? They technically sold more consoles, but Microsoft made more money, and Microsoft also won Black Friday.
You know why they won? Because they started their Black Friday deals at
like a few days early.
And listen, and it goes to, like I said, and tell me on Microsoft parts. I'm gonna be honest with you. This real shit, right? You're telling both two sides of the story, P Reaper, and I want you guys to get your comment on this. Microsoft really doesn't, the whole fanboy shit, they don't really care about winning. Microsoft cares about making the most money.
Yeah, and so far they're out there actually achieving what they want to do.
Yeah,
the concept what Phil envisions, it's going to basically take all the fanboy shit and it's going to get him hate mail up the ass. Because they, from a fanboy's perspective, they want him to compete with Sony. They want him to do this, and he's like, I don't care where you play my product, as long as you play my product. I don't give a shit if it's Windows. I don't give a shit if it's Xbox. I don't give a shit if it's on a phone. As long as you give me money, I win.
Well, I mean, more or less, yeah. I can't, like I said, maybe that's why I'm not the boss of a future founder company or whatever. I'm just from the old school, you know what I mean? I believe that you have to leave some.
But this whole this whole concept that we all have to like coexist together, we all have to be friends. That shit just doesn't fly, and it's just not going to work. Like, he wants it to work, but it's just not going to work that way. He envisions it to work that way, but it's not going to work that way. Because you can't get people to like just come together like one big happy family. It just doesn't work that way.
Well, that's the new Xbox nowadays.
Yeah, but it's just gonna blow up in his face when he tries.
You know why? Because they're
don't talk about Phil like that. All right,
they're making money.
Shit.
They're making.
Okay. Talk to me, Salty. What's going on? Tell me.
Hey, I'm tired of people just ragging on Phil, man.
What happened?
He's a nice guy.
Yes,
he got his promotion. He's doing his thing. Surprising thing, if you guys have been in this ecosystem, I mean, if you go back to the beginning, like, why was Xbox approved by Bill Gates? They want to be in every corner of every situation that you're doing when it comes to entertainment. So I'm sorry to everybody this is a new thing for you, but Windows isn't doing that good for Microsoft. Gaming actually is doing better. Phil isn't about kumbaya. He's about counting money, just like every other business,
That's true.
Well, here's the thing. It's Salty, you're absolutely right? And again, but just from how you say a fan, just the fanboy shit that we do here for the morale. Perception is everything, right?
Yep.
I give you an example. During the 360s generation, right? That was the console, especially in the States. Whatever commercial you turned on, you see someone had a 360 controller. Whatever, everything was. I remember I was watching Transformers, and Wiki was the weird guy. He had a 360 controller. I'm like, oh my god, get an Xbox controller. You know what I mean? Because the Xbox brand got stomped out. In the previous generation, everything was PlayStation, right? Now in this generation, the roles kind of how you say flip, right? The PlayStation is the dominant console of this generation. It's this New Year's, this generation's iPad, app, whatever the fuck the case may be, right? And I even like I said, I used to question this, a little behind this before I became a worker. I said, how is Sony out hustling them, right? Microsoft, you have more money, more resources that you want. How are they out marketing you, out advertising you, and spending more? And still, they bring this. They're finally coming up with the big blockbuster exclusives, but in a third party marketing deal. What bothered me about Phil, Salty, when he said things like he don't think it's healthy for gaming to keep stuff off a rival platform, your concern is not to Nintendo or not to fucking Sony or whoever. It's to us. You know what I mean? I mean, I always get complained with being the Phil hater. Phil, you're my man, Phil. You DM from time to time. You're my man, Phil. He's the one to hate. But listen, under Phil though, Salty, I want to get your opinion. Under Phil, Xbox has lost 2 exclusives, right? Third-party deals. You know what I mean? And third-party and our marketing has been kind of shit. Hey, look, you got the X coming out. Last thing.
Okay.
You can take it. Okay. You got the X coming out, right? The Xbox is known for being what? The shooter box, right? The dude bro box. You know how Assassin's Creed is big, Shadow War was big, but it's not as big as Duty. Just you know how huge they would have if they had one of those 3 major shooters on that goddamn box this holiday season.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you look at those third-party marketing deals, and back in the summer.
Talk to me. I'm listening. Hello.
Back in the summer, you would have looked at those marketing deals, and you're like, well, what is Microsoft doing?
Yes, sir.
But look at Star Wars, the shit that went down with the microtransactions and shit. That's kind of a negative thing right now. And then, with Destiny, they're having problems with their game as well. I don't think the marketing deals are as important as people, put, that importance on there.
I'm gonna share my screen with you. Check it out, right? Present to everyone. Shitty is all the bad press that Star Wars got. It's still the top. It was
number
15.
2, right? Is that? Yeah.
It was still the bundle itself is still top 15. And if you go down to, like I said, it's damn near, the top 40 just selling by itself. The game is going to sell. It's your Star Wars fan, You know what I mean?
Here's the thing about third-party marketing deals, though. When you have those deals, usually, if the game comes with extra content that the other guys don't get, that's where it shines for those that have that deal, because you're going to get Twitch streamers, you're going to get a bunch of people that need to get that content and to show it. So they're going to sell that content as well.
Who's to say that Phil didn't use that money that he would have spent on marketing deals and he brought PUBG over to the system, which what is that, 4 million? So. I don't know. I'm not sold on
you should have put more money on. You should have put more money into trying to get rid of that rubber banding in PUBG.
Yeah, I'm about to say, and is that even locked down? Isn't that going to PlayStation anyways?
Hey, here's the thing.
I don't know, because the article that everybody keeps showing, nobody has a source for that picture. Like, where's the actual article?
It's an old article.
Hey,
the article is old.
Yeah, like when they were talking about going to PlayStation and cutting deals with them, like all that shit got canned like a month or 2 ago. Like I haven't heard shit about them talking to PlayStation or any mention of that. Like honestly, I've said it before. Like if you see the way that they've been talking about this, Aaron Greenberg, everybody else, and the way they've been marketing, like you walk into a Walmart, there's PUBG with the Xbox logo plastered all over it. Console exclusive, like, and then the way they're treating it,
I think it'll come to PS4 in 2018 sometime at the end of 2018 , but at that point in time,
it's dead.
Is it going to be alive?
Yeah,
like, I love PUBG. I love PUBG, but it is one of those bad type games. Like everybody's on battleground type games right now. Will that be the same trend in a year? Like
at that point,
hundreds of hours in PUBG, but
there's going to be too many games flooding the market. That's
what I'm saying. It's one of those things where everybody's on it right this second, but is it going to be what everybody's on, in a year?
Yeah, but Microsoft, struck the iron while it was hot, They got the most popular game and they brought it over. But what I'm trying to say is I think Microsoft's taken a different approach. It's not the right approach, but with the Universal Windows platform, they're going to be bringing these PC games over. Like we got, PUBG, like, mouse and keyboard support is coming. That's a controversial topic, but what if they bring over World of Warcraft or like Dota or some shit?
That question been asked for years. That's I've been saying for years. Microsoft is going to bring these PC games over. It's not as simple as that. It's not that simple. Though. If that was the case, they would have been came over.
Yeah, but we got the One X, which is like the closest that we got to performance when it comes to a PC.
If they get WoW and they get League of Legends and everything, it's a done deal.
No, here's the thing, right? But
don't necessarily say that.
But nothing stops those games from going to the PS4. Also,
well,
like
here's the deal, Z. Like they don't have the preview program, so it is difficult because the reason why you're seeing PUBG come over and the Coaling and Arc and all these games are coming over first. Like you could say what you want to say, but PlayStation made the stance where they said we're not having unfinished games on our system.
Okay.
So Microsoft has that advantage.
That don't make it difficult. Any game can come over in the form of a beta.
No, but I'm talking about
because they don't have a game preview program doesn't make it difficult.
They got Fortnite.
Nah, but if it's in a preview program, right? If it's in preview state, if it's not finished, they're not going to take the game over there. That's why PUBG can't just go over magically to PlayStation right now because it's not finished on the console.
They want to. PUBG can go over in the alpha or a beta phase on the PS4, and they don't even have to be in the preview program. Your alpha code, here go your beta key, here go your access to PUBG. Game preview program don't make it difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, so why are we seeing all these PC titles? You look at them, and they're popular PC titles like PUBG, Arc. Why are they coming over to Xbox first then?
Oh, here's the thing.
That's one of Xbox strategies. I think they're going towards that route. They want to be that PC in the living room. It's coming.
Here's the thing. Here's my thing about it's Salty. It's just
I agree with you, Fonz.
Just because they come first, it doesn't make it an exclusive that it can't go somewhere later else on. What I mean by even with PUBG, I barely tweet anyone. I first and listen, and I say this again, PUBG doesn't look that great looking at it. You know what I mean? It doesn't. It's something you have to play. I remember I was playing. I think RxL. I was in a house sitting simulator or some shit. It's really really intense, and it ain't for everybody, right? But they need to do the deal and lock it down. Them saying the console schools, they said the same thing about goddamn Tomb Raider. A year later, you know what I mean? If you're going to do my thing is if you're going to do the deal, if you're going to spend money, lock the goddamn game down. Whatever Sony does with their deals, Street Fighter exclusive not coming over there. They got the next Street Fighter EX. I like fighters. That goddamn Street Fighter, whatever they have to do. But even with fucking Crash Bandicoot, you know what I mean? Oh, it's coming to the Xbox. Not that I want to play it. You know what I mean? Do the deal, lock the goddamn game down. You know what I mean? Open the check, whatever. Stop being so goddamn cheap. Do the fuck. That's why Mr. B is a bomber and them guys, man. You know what I mean? Cut the check.
I wish they would just be able to buy the game outright from Bluehole because Bluehole's doing a shitty job at putting out these updates and stuff and getting it. I mean, come on, that game's been out for on the PC for a while and it's still running like shit on both the PC and console.
Well, it came out of preview program.
It came
on the
out.
PC.
It's running smooth.
It looks really good.
Right.
1.0 on the
running so much better.
But it took for them to get that one map.
I agree.
Great.
That was,
it did.
It has both maps. The new one.
Yo, shout out to Blue, man. We played PUBG the other night, man. Me and Blue.
Oh my god.
And we hit the ground. We saw somebody running in the house. Blue running in after. I said,
I was like, yo, get him.
She go, we running there. She punching him. I come up behind her. We threw hands on him.
We punched him to death. It was so sad. I was like, I know he's so angry, but
he was mad. Good. He had just touched down on the ground.
And there was a shotgun on the floor and he missed it. I was like,
it was a shotgun on the floor. He didn't pick it up. We ran in the house and put the hands on him.
Yeah, that's why I say, people don't really understand. If they have not played PUBG and they're talking shit, they don't know what they're, talking about. Me and Salty were playing it the other night, having a great time. Even with all the issues it has on console, it's still a fun game with friends.
I mean, it's definitely a fun game. I think that battle royales are fun and they're hot right now. So I don't think it was a bad move for Microsoft to get it first. I think that they're riding that wave. What's wrong with that?
Here's the thing. It was even in its current state. It was a fucking brilliant move by Microsoft to bring it out now. Strike while the iron's hot. You got this trending game. And look, it's already sold 4 million. Come on.
That's what I'm saying. Like people they keep saying, oh, it's trash. Oh, the frame rates, all that stuff. I understand that. I agree because on PC it looks amazing and the frame rates are way better. Like I play on both, but at the same time, it's like it's selling. So like.
Man, why? The game is fun. You hear gunshot in PUBG, you like, where it come from? Do you see anybody? What direction? Get out. You land on the ground. Do you see somebody?
Oh, shit. You know what I'm more scared of, post up? I'm more scared of hearing an engine, a car engine. I'm like, where the fuck
you hear anything, you like, you laying down on the ground, you behind a tree.
They need a fucking roll button. Roll away the goddamn tar. That's what they need.
I don't know, man. I really have a lot of fun with
man, that game is fun. It's intense, man.
Shout out everybody in the chat. Shout out everybody in the chat. I'm sorry if you were saying something to me. I'm looking at my screen now. I do apologize. Z Black Rider says, Z, you're gonna change your tune when Phil buys CD Projekt. Okay, maybe I will. That would make me change the tune.
What?
Yeah.
And wait.
In that game, sound whoring is your best friend. You got a sound whore.
And all for Xbox to get a Japanese.
Yeah, because they can hear your footsteps and everything.
Yeah. Sound whoring is your best friend in PUBG.
I don't know why are you calling it sound whoring. I mean, like
headphones for the win.
Do you just mean like good? Make sure you have a good either you have a good surround sound or you have a good pair of headset because
like a good headset and like basically make sure you can hear everything. So like no music in the background.
People who play with their TV speakers, I'm gonna slap you. What are you doing?
Yeah, you gotta use these. You gotta use these.
Hey,
get an upgrade, please.
I got a question for you guys. My man here, C Trigger 3. He said, "Next gen, is it possible at all for Xbox to get a Japanese exclusive game?" Question 2: is it possible for Xbox to get equal Japanese developer support as any other console? Man, you've been in Japan.
No. Oh, you want an explanation?
Yes.
Message no.
No. The other two companies that make games are Japanese. Japanese people support their own. That's just the reality of the situation. Not only just the Japanese people, but Japan as a whole. If you feed the infrastructure of Japan, then the government of Japan feeds you and your company. They do that.
So, I got you now, Wax.
Since Japan as a whole is, synergistic and a little xenophobic, they are all about Japan and ensuring that Japan thrives. So the games that Japan likes, a lot of them don't come over here, and when they do, to us, they look like weird pedo games. But to them, that is a real thing. I'm just keeping it 100. Like Japan, well, even most anime, like a lot of it is about high school. A lot of it is about high school doing grown men things. Like this is just the reality of the system. And all of these things have games attached.
Did you go there?
Bastard, you went there.
I did. I lived in Japan. This is the real thing. Like all these little maid cafes and schoolgirl cafes, those things really exist in Japan, and they are a part of normal society. There are people in Japan who literally get out of school and don't have to get a job, and the Japanese government will take care of them. They do nothing. And they are labeled as horrible people by Japan, but they get taken care of. It's the reality of the situation. So, Microsoft being an American company, they will never get the same support as a local Japanese-owned company ever. Period. It is what it is. No matter how much money they go over there and throw, you can never throw all the tax breaks and government seizure breaks. You can never give that to them like the Japanese government will to people who continue to feed their ecosystem. They make a bunch of games for Japan that sell so much more in Japan than they do over here, even if they get a worldwide release. That's why when games like Persona 5 come west, everybody's like hyped about it. But in Japan, it's still
been out in Japan for years, though.
Right, it's been out in Japan for years, still sold. Yakuza, same thing. Like stuff makes its way to the West as opposed to being released in the West for a lot of these Japanese companies because Japan will 100% buy these things. 100%. Just like they announced the My Hero Academia game. There's been 3, but who knew that? Like, again, it's one of those things. You don't know this because you don't live in Japan, and Japan is very much about Japan. So Microsoft will never, 100% never get the same Japanese support that Sony and Nintendo do, ever, period.
Yeah. My brother lived in Japan for 5 years. I can agree with your statements.
Right, I'm saying this. Like
everything he's told me about it.
Right, I don't have a problem with anything in Japan. I love my time in Japan. Don't get I thought by I love my time in Japan, but this is just how Japan is as a whole.
Yeah,
it's just the reality.
Hey, Jay Wag, I sent you a link, bro. If you want to hop in, I sent you a link. If you want.
Oh, I know he finna come though.
Yeah,
he finna turn it up.
Wag
his sentiments on PUBG is
he hates PUBG.
Hey, but listen, but I'm gonna be real. Not to be funny or anything, but Japan is not the force that they once was in gaming. I'm being honest, even like those games like Dragon Quest 39 and all that shit, like that shit ain't what's popping right now. I'm keeping it funky. That's why Square Enix had to reboot games like Final Fantasy to make them appeal to a more Western, like
right.
I'm not knocking
the Dragon Quest 39s and stuff like that. Those is exactly the type of games that in Japan they selling 2-3 mil with ease. But over here, they be lucky to break 500,000 copies.
They ain't selling that much, bro. You know in MPD.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, it's over here. I'm not talking about just in the U.S. I'm talking about all of the West. That's Europe included. We are very small minutia to them. They make Japanese games for Japanese people because Japanese people will buy them. It's just again,
that's why we call them niche products over here.
Right.
I mean, that's
right.
There's a big fan base over here too.
Yeah, there is.
But it's still small in the whole.
Right, in comparison to all of Japan. Because in Japan, all those handhelds and the Switches, that's a thing. Like everybody rides the subway. Japan is all about interspersal traffic. Like, so you ride the subway, you ride the monorail, you ride the bus. Like people don't really do cars unless you're going, a certain distance and the monorail doesn't go there. But people do public transportation. So mobile gaming is what it is in Japan. Like even that's the same reason the Switch quickly outsold the PS4 is because, or it reached milestones quicker, is because the Switch is a mobile platform and Japan is big on mobile platforms. Mobile games, PSP is still selling over there. PS Vita, the only reason it's still alive is because of Japan. Like, it's just the reality of the situation. They all about mobile games.
Speaking of like Japanese games, I played this game the other day on stream. It was called Doki Doki
Hot Chopsticks
Literature Club. I was dead. First of all, it's one of those like click and read kind of games. So you kind of just like go with it and you read and they kind of talk to each other. I was super bored at first, but then all of a sudden that game completely switched on me and that shit had me super scared. I was freaking out. It was weird. It was like about it's not for children. It looks like it could be for kids, but it's definitely not. And it's free to play. If you guys have a PC, you should definitely look it up. But it had a lot to do with like depression and like suicide and things like that. And it was weird at first. And I understand that whole like why people would play it and why people are fans of it. But I think it was really cool what they did with that game. And it actually on this website is mentioned as one of the good games of the year. So if you guys are interested, but I mean, sometimes you can't shit on games if you haven't tried them,
Somebody cut her goddamn mic off. Anyway,
Boricua.
Oh shit, Puerto Rico, what's up, baby?
Hey, what's up? Feliz Navidad. What's going on, people? Merry
Feliz
Christmas.
Navidad, ¿cómo estás?
I hope you all in good health.
Did you have some coquito?
What's going on? Yeah, I drank it also. Yeah, definitely, of course.
So shit.
How's everybody? I hope everybody's doing good and good health and family, friends.
Listen, man. You know I'm like Catholic now, right?
Yes, I'm just saying, hey, you got dental coverage, right?
Listen,
All I'm saying is, do not make me come back up there and knock out the other tooth.
Listen, bro, listen. Psalms 32. Preach. Listen, man, my spiritual advisor, man. He said gambling is a sin. And I'm trying.
That's right.
I'm trying to get closer to Jesus.
He's religious now. Okay.
Yeah. So like, if you
have to go get your money.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. Jesus said himself when they asked him about the coin that Caesar's face, that was it fair for the Jews to pay taxes? He says, "Render unto God what belongs to God. Render unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar." God has your soul, but your wallet belongs to me.
No, listen, was that in the King James version?
Listen, render unto God what belongs to God. Render unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar.
That in the Tanakh or the Torah or the Old Testament, brother? What we talking about?
The New Testament.
I ain't saying no more, man.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. But now, what's going on with
you? You can give God everything he wants, but that wallet is mine.
Hey, what's going on with you? How was your holidays? Anything smooth?
My wifey supporting. You know, she's like, yo, you know, in 2018, you got to give these Xbox this work. So she got me the Blue Yeti.
Yeah, you hooked it up yet?
Woo! Not yet.
Nah, you can tell it's not hooked up yet.
Not yet. Oh, but you'll know when it's hooked up.
Testing. So
it's never gonna happen.
Yo, for real, dude. You know, like the gift. The big part about this gift, more than any other gifts I got, it's just the fact that she's willing to support what I'm trying to do on YouTube, and that's really cool.
See,
you know what I'm saying? That's awesome.
Every you stop drinking and getting high, everything's working out for you, bro.
We want to interrupt this podcast and let you all know that there may be technical difficulties with Porter Rock Mike doing the show. Please forgive us. Please forgive us.
Pobrecito, they always talk about your mic.
All right, bro.
Sounds like it already started.
I'm gonna come in like a Yeti, bro. In 2018.
Damn, there it is.
As soon as I see a thieves flop.
Yo, Porter Rock, Merry Christmas. How'd you like my Christmas card?
Merry Christmas. That shit's hilarious. Fucking T Reaper, bro. Shit is hilarious, bro.
You have no idea how long it took me to put that hat on.
But you need to put a crown on my head, though. All right. I ain't no regular pony. I'm the fucking wild stallion.
Hey, listen, man. I'm how you doing the Lord's work. I done brought Porter Rock and Nethus back together. You guys haven't seen each other. I'm supposed to Mr. Share my screen. I'm just make sure is anything all right between y'all two since I shared your screen and
I know it's the closer MPD came, the further he's like, hey, where you went to Japan or some shit? He's like 2 days before MPD comes out, hey guys, I got a trip to the Himalayas. My man went to the Himalayas. I'm like, oh.
He was out there. We was in Haiti, Hindu. We was out there, man.
He's like, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Iron Fist.
Yeah.
I gotta go back. I gotta go.
He was out there like the Dalai Lama with a dot on his head, man. That nigga's crazy, man.
No, I actually opened up my Christmas this morning watching the last episode of The Punisher. That's what I opened my Christmas morning with.
All right, we didn't ask.
I haven't watched The Punisher yet. I gotta get into.
That's a good show, bro. That shit was.
I just watched Bright.
Yeah. How is that? Is that a show? Is that
no, it's
Netflix.
I wish it was a series, though.
On Netflix, man, it's dope as fuck.
I wish it was a series. It was too short.
Yeah, it is a series. It got a second season. It got a second season coming.
All right,
wait. It was only one long movie, though.
Yo, what's the topic here? Whoa,
nah, it's a series.
It's a series?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes, the series.
I saw Garrett though. Garrett go, fuck this fucking sequel to Lord of the Rings bullshit. You know, I started laughing. King Swan didn't like it at all.
It was Will Smith shit. But like I said, I'm happy everything is all well with you, man. I want to talk about one more. Somebody might tell in the background back there. Right back there making.
Porter Rock making coquitos again.
Having a party.
No, that's me, man. I'm making gumbo. My bad.
That's not. He's making gumbo. Oh,
gumbo.
Shit. Live on the air, making gumbo.
This is the cooking channel.
I don't even like have anything to say against that because I made a lasagna at 2:00 in the morning. So listen.
Let me see. Hold on. Wait.
Let him make his gumbo.
No, I heard it was delicious.
Oh, somebody.
What?
Somebody's botting.
Yeah, ain't that the truth, Ryan? These Xbots talking about watching Netflix all the time. Let's talk about games, guys.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Yo,
let's do that.
Look, man.
Wait, who?
Ain't nothing wrong with Netflix.
Yo, word on the street.
Word
on the street. All Day's about to pull a LeBron James for 2018.
Where you going?
He's about to pull a LeBron James, bro. He just got a PS4 Pro and a VR.
Wait, what?
You didn't see the Twitter?
Who's
you didn't see Twitter? Yeah, he just took a picture of his Pro and PlayStation VR.
What?
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
The land of Xbox is crumbling. It's falling apart.
I want to see. I mean, I don't care.
Hey, hold on 1 second. Cyrus Burke.
Look at his face. He's like, wait, what?
Wait, who?
My man Cyrus Burke dropped $5 in the super chat. He said, "Merry Christmas to y'all. Would ask for a link with the panels full. Haha, enjoy the show." You know what? Yeah, you always rocking out. You know, with me, man. Tomorrow, if you're on, I'll send you a link. You come in and shoot the shit with me, man.
Soon, guys. Soon we're gonna have the Discord open for people to call in.
Yes,
and so if you aren't part of it, you should definitely join because we're gonna start that really soon.
Put the link up.
I did. I know what I'm doing, Z. Like I'm a professional.
That's what I'm
okay. All days.
Anyhow, so we will be opening the Discord up for guests to come in, and you can have a lot more people in the chat. So I mean, in the voice chat. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, so we're doing call-ins, baby.
I know I have people DMing me about it. We will be doing that soon. Z just needs a tutorial from me.
Okay.
Just saying.
All right, for sure. But going forward, not going forward. I guess we can close the show with this. Each one of you guys can answer this question. Going forward, 2018, right? A lot of people saying it could be hit or miss for Microsoft as far as their games or what maybe they have yet to announce. I'm gonna get you guys' opinion. You know what I mean? Do you think can Microsoft just, I guess, ride off having the better version of the multiplayer from here to now to the rest of the generation, or do you think they're going to really have to, announce something at E3? Because I think Microsoft just
they got to announce something. Fuck that. They got to announce something. Look at this, man. Look. I'm hot on this topic. Is first. No. Fuck that. Listen, at E3, they are going to end with some bullshit like Halo 6 or Gears 5, and I don't want to see that mess. What I want to see is something brand new IP out there.
Hey,
they need that.
Halo 6, watch your mouth.
But I don't want to see a Halo 6. If they show a Halo 6 at the end, that's a garbage E3. They need to come with something brand new because you're going to get the Horizon, the Forza Horizon. We know we're going to get that, but that's par for the course. We need something brand fucking new out of Microsoft. If they don't show it, it's dead for 2018. I'm sorry. Dead.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. He
just took all the energy out. Sucked all the energy out.
He just burst people's bubbles and everything. On Christmas? On Christmas, you do
Merry Christmas, by the way. Merry Christmas.
Even I feel bad right now.
I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Porter Rock? I know you're a pony, as far as
I would say for Microsoft, not as bad as Fonzarelli says, but it's going to be a year of games. Kind of like, how Sony released hardware in 2016, 2017 was all about the game because they had no more hardware to release. It was over. It's going to be the same for Microsoft. The hardware is out. The X is out. It's done. It's going to be about the games, and I don't think better version of multiplayer is going to cut it because not everyone has the X and not everyone got the Pro. The majority of the gamers.
Wait a minute, Porter. You're saying the double A's?
Yeah.
You're the double A's?
Shit. No, but I'm saying the majority of the gamers are rocking the Slims. So when we talk about 4K graphics, they're going to be like, that doesn't apply to us. The only thing that applies to us is games. So 2018 is going to have to be big in terms of games for Microsoft. And E3, that's going to be the make or break it for Microsoft. So
yeah, but they can't hang on to double A's.
Yeah, they can't just say, I agree. They can't just say, hey, we got Halo 6, so our problems are solved. That ain't it. It's going to be good to have it, but they need to show a big IP. On that stage, they got to show something. They got to show some big stuff.
It's especially when you look at the other side of the pond and you see Sony coming out with those 3 big bangers next year. Come on,
are they all coming out for sure though?
Yeah,
they
will be. They will be.
Hey, why wasn't Spider-Man and God of War playable at PSX? I'm curious about that still.
Yeah, what's that about? No gameplay.
I don't know.
We need answers.
We need answers.
We need answers.
Same reason why Crackdown 3 isn't out yet.
Oh shit!
They actually.
I mean, listen. On the truth,
played that game though, right?
In terms of,
but you saw how it played, bro.
Yeah, we definitely saw how that played. They were having a menage a trois. 3 cars were fucking each other. Yo, but on the real, I think between all 3 platforms, I mean all the platforms, primarily PlayStation and Xbox, development is just tricky for them. And delays have been hitting both sides. I think they're both afraid to give a date. I think with, like, for example, with Sea of Thieves, I think Microsoft is really locked solid to give that date. But notice they don't have a date for Crackdown or State of Decay. I think they're gonna wait until the very last minute to where they be like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah, so they don't
come out with this game this day. Until that guy, until the head developer could say yes, we will launch on this day. They're just gonna keep hanging.
I mean, I think that's smart. I mean, I think it's better than trying to change it later down the line and pushing it back. That the pushback stuff is super annoying. Like I can't.
The only thing I'm looking forward to next year is State of Decay 2 for Xbox. That's all for those games.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Me too.
Just because you don't like pirates, Jay, just because you don't like that pirate action.
Yeah, I'm not into pirates,
I think
bro.
Sea of Thieves is going to sell well.
I think I have to see more about it. Like,
I'm looking forward to No Way Out.
So
that looks decent.
And No Way Out. I'm looking forward to No Way Out. You can buy the game once, and your friends can play with you. They don't even need a copy. You know what I'm saying? And it's a multiplayer. I think it come out around the same time as Sea of Thieves and God of War, if I'm not mistaken. If that date for God of War holds true as far as March 22nd, I'm definitely looking forward to No Way Out. That games look awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, as far I don't know. I think with Sea of Thieves, maybe I'm not really sold on it. I just even with that, I think Microsoft is too tight-lipped with the goddamn game. Even though it's been in beta for, they should be letting some of the big streamers stream it to maybe get people on board with the goddamn game. I just don't know. I don't know what the object of the game is. Like I don't know. I mean, I heard it's fun with friends, but maybe I get it. I mean, you know what? Maybe it may hit me like PUBG. I wasn't sold on PUBG, to be honest with you. I wasn't, whatever. But once I played it and I got to see what it was about, shit hot. You know what I mean? Maybe Sea of Thieves do me the same way. I'm just not a big fan of Rare. I'm just being out with the art style.
I played Sea of Thieves. I'm in the beta. It's fun. I think me, Noah, and what's his name was playing. It's best to play with a group. It's a 4-man. It's a 4-man squad. You could go in there and solo if you want to, but it's fun. It's a game that doesn't hold your hand. It might look cartoony and stuff like that, but as far as like the quest and finding things, like you actually got to navigate the map like if you was navigating in real life. They don't tell you where things are at on the map. You got to put puzzles together to really find shit. So it doesn't hold your hand. It might look cheesy, but the game doesn't hold your hand in no way. You actually got to think, read, and figure out shit to get through the world.
Yeah, and that ship combat's amazing. I can't lie about that.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean,
ship combat. Man.
As far as 2018, though,
fuck.
I think Microsoft should be in a good position as far as 2018 software-wise. They've been quiet for a long time, so hopefully behind the scenes they've been getting a lot of things developed. I think 2018 could be a year where they can really go forward with putting out a lot of software or showing a lot of software. Since they had a lot of time, all they got is time right now. They got the hardware. Only thing they need to do right now is focus on that software, and they got time. They got time to do that. So I think they're in a position to put out some great software. Whether they do that or not is left to be seen.
I think they're going to show software, but I honestly think it's going to be 2019, 2020 when you'll see it. You'll get like the few games they have announced, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna be real with you.
I mean, I don't expect any new games. I know we're gonna get State of Decay 2, Forza Horizon 4, Crackdown, Sea of Thieves, but I just I don't want to see those same games way too much. Like I said at E3, I want to see something new. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. Even if you don't get it at the end of next year, show it to us. You got to show us something.
Yes,
that's all I'm saying. Show something.
How are you guys feeling about that Anthem?
Fuck Anthem. EA.
Fuck Anthem? What?
Grin. Yo.
Oh, yeah.
I fucks with Fonz. He's straight up no chaser.
Oh, shit. Fuck Anthem. Fuck EA.
Fuck Destiny. Fuck Bungie. Fuck them all, dude.
Oh, shit.
So what is you playing?
Like,
that's the way. That's the future of the game. That's the way it's going, man.
No. Fuck all that, dude. No loot boxes for me. Fuck that shit.
It is, man. It is what it is. But before we get the hell about it, anybody say anything they want to say before we get the hell about here? Oh, post up.
What's good?
Again about the email. Tell them again.
Oh yeah. Is somebody asleep right now? Yo, somebody is asleep on the podcast.
It sounds like it.
Did he eat some gumbo and went to sleep? Yo, where they do that at?
Oh shit!
Bro, sleep like he in a party chat or something.
Yo, the moment
Straight
they
in Cali.
2018, he went.
Wow.
Oh yeah, so look. Shout out to Blue. Shout out to Jay Fonz. They sent me their audio, nice audio. Real Chris, I ain't really got to do too much engineering on audio.
Yeah, man, we got that set up.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for the people in the chat, man. The people who rock out with us every day. Send me that audio. I'm gonna drop my email. You could just say, hey, it's Neverland. I'm walking out with the Broadband Bullies, man. Thanks for y'all putting out the content or whatever. You could talk about one of the favorite podcasts, a special moment in the podcast that was funny to you. You could talk about how you started watching the Z content or whatever. I don't care what it is. Just send me the audio, and we're going to put something together for y'all that's real special. So shout out to Blue and Fonz who sent me their audio already. I'm going to drop my email in the chat again, man. I want y'all to send me the audio to this email. It's my personal email, and we're going to put something real special together for y'all.
Yeah, all right. And last but not least, guys, join the Discord. Blue, leaving the link right there. Join the Discord. Zaire beard smells like zoo dirt. Okay.
Yo, y'all
record the audio with your phone. It takes you got voice memo. I know all y'all got iPhones. You got voice memo on your iPhone. Record it and send it.
Just send whatever you like about the show, whatever you thought was funny, any ideas you have for the show, anything. Just send it. And it's gonna be like an end of the year special thing. So just do it.
I got a free game. Should I give it away today or tomorrow? I don't know.
Whatever you want. It is Christmas.
It is Christmas, right?
Send the audio and get put in a raffle for
that's a good
free
idea.
game. Send the audio and get put. Matter of fact,
yeah, we can do that like that. There you go.
I think you know what. I think I gotta check, but I might have a code for PUBG. For PUBG, send the audio in and get put in a raffle to win a copy of PUBG.
That's right, the hottest game on the market. Send that audio in.
Elijah says, Blue deserves a raise, Z.
Oh, keep talking that Gears, man. You finna get this shot.
Elijah has called y'all out about Gears for so long. He said, when you getting on Gears?
We about to get on right now. Shit.
All right, let's go.
Do it right now. You know what I mean? Listen, you put the link for the audio. Listen, send the link for the audio, whatever the case, you know what I mean, to post to that email. We got PUBG, we got Forza Horizon 3, Mafia 3, Battlefield 1, and Tekken 7.
Oh, so I know y'all want to get in that.
Yeah,
I know y'all want to get in that. Let's go send the audio in.
Make sure you send it. There's the email.
Yeah, I got a few games. I finally found that folder. I remember I had a bunch of codes and shit. I couldn't find the folder. I finally found the damn folder, man. So anyway, send the audio, and before we doing how we do the bulletin, we're gonna put something together for you guys at the end of the year. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like I said, thank you all that rocked out, hit the like button. And we about to live stream. Come rock out with us, man. We about to get on that Gears, that Ghost Recon. What else we doing? PUBG. We doing it all, man. We out here.
Let's go.
All right. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.